Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a couple of videos on linear modeling. So this is going to be the first of what I believe to be probably two. So the first one is looking at two different gyms and trying to figure out which is the better deal. Now, either can be the better deal based on the situation that you're in. All right. So taking a look at these, you have LA. They cost $0 to sign up and then $30 per month. Elite costs $100 to sign up, but then $20 per month. So Elite is a little bit cheaper per month, but you still had to pay for that large sign up fee. So there's going to be a point in where Elite ends up becoming the better deal, although it isn't from the beginning because you did have that big $100 you had to put forth right up front. So the first step with linear modeling is coming up with expressions or equations, depending on the situation. So on the left side, I am going to come up with an expression for each. So I have LA, and then below it, I'll put Elite. Now, the expression for LA is, well, it's $0 to sign up plus $30 per month. So 30x, because we don't know how many months we're going for, so we need to choose something arbitrary like X. Right? Now, we really don't need that 0 plus because it's not going to impact our value. So I'm actually just going to delete it and call it 30x to make this simple. Elite is $100, but it's not $100 per month. It's just $100 one time. So plus the $20 per month. Because it's also per month, we can use the same variable as LA. So now we're going to take these expressions and we are going to model this situation in Excel. So let's first start by creating a table. So we have month, LA, and Elite. So I have OCD. Y'all know this. So give me a second. Bold. Alignment center. Okay. So month 1, 2. I've been teaching you guys how to use autofill to save some time in the long run. So anytime you start a pattern like 1, 2, you can highlight both those by clicking in the middle of the box. Hover over the bottom right corner to get that little plus sign and drag it down. And it will autofill those boxes for you. It does this with dates as well. So there's a lot of cool tricks that you can do this with to save you time in the long run going forward. All right, so LA. So in the first box for LA, we're actually just going to type in this expression of 30x, but it's just going to be a little bit different. So to turn Excel into a calculator, we need to hit the equals button first. Now we need 30x, which means 30 times the month. Well, in this situation, it's 30 times, and instead of putting in X or typing in 1 because we're at 1 month right now, if you want to be able to use the autofill feature, just click 1. And it should show A2. Now hit enter. $30, which is correct because $30 times 1 month, that's $30, no sign up fee, right? Now, because you use that reference cell by clicking on the 1, you can now actually drag this down using the autofill feature that we just did for the months. And it will automatically calculate those values for you. Oh, just go in the middle. There we go. All right. Now we can do the exact same thing for Elite. Elite just has a little bit more to it because of that sign up fee. So turn Excel into a calculator, equals. Now we have 100 plus 20 times the number of months. So 20 times, and instead of putting X or 1, again, we're just going to click on the 1. So it uses it as a reference cell. Enter. And let's check it out. So $100 to sign up plus $20 a month. So that should be after 1 month, $120. Correct. Now we can use the autofill feature and it will just pull the months from the left column. All right. Now it's time to answer some of these questions. So after how many months will the total cost of each gym be the same? Well, you can see up front, those early months, you just got to zoom in with my face there as I'm squinting to see my screen. But LA is cheaper until you hit about that 10-month period. After 10 months, Elite becomes a little bit cheaper. So I'm just gonna, for a visual effect, highlight this. Okay, so this is when they are actually the same. So if I'm looking to go to a gym and try it out for a couple of months, LA is definitely the way to go. However, if I just move somewhere new and I know what these two gyms bring, and I know that I've been going to the gym for years, then I'm going to go with Elite just because I know I'm going to be there long term. So that $20 a month is just better than $30. So that is how you can use linear modeling to make a decision. So to answer your questions, after how many months will the total cost be the same? It's 10 months. What will the total cost for each gym be at that point? Well, you can see here, both gyms will be $300. All right. Now, something that's cool is it's hard to kind of follow these columns to see where one is cheaper and then where the changing point is. So the easiest way to look at this is to create a line graph, because you're going to have a line for LA and a line for Elite, and you'll be able to see where they intersect. Okay. So to do that, highlight all of your data, go to Insert. I personally always go to Recommended Charts. This is a scatter plot. We want to go down to the line graph you can see right here. And it looks like it's already ready to go. Click OK. I'm going to put it down here so I have a little bit of space. All right, chart title might be LA Fitness versus Elite Gym. A couple other things missing here is if you go to click on the graph and go to the plus sign, we need some axes titles. The bottom axes, also called the horizontal axes or the x-axis, well, it goes from 1 to 14. If you look at your table, your months go from 1 to 14. And then the other is total cost, or just cost, I guess. Now, another cool feature is if you click on the graph, you can then go up to design, and there is, I thought I X'd out my email, apparently not. All right, there's all these other different designs that you can utilize that are really cool. So I can click here, I can change the coloring if I don't really like it, you know, although I'm a little colorblind, so that's kind of hard to see. All right, so you can see here that LA is cheaper until they intersect right here, which is month 10 if you trace it down. And then LA is higher than Elite, so Elite is cheaper going forward after that 10 months. All right, so this is also great for being able to make predictions in some situations as well, doing like some forecasting and whatnot. But that's it for this problem, and I will create another problem that is more like break-even point centered, and I'll post that as well.